The Diocese of South Carolina looking to take their case to the U.S. Supreme Court, this coming after the state Supreme Court ruled against the diocese in a property case. News 2's Dorchester County reporter Stetson Miller explains what's happening.
The Diocese of South Carolina left the Episcopal Church back in 2012 and filed a lawsuit to keep its name and property. But last year, the state Supreme Court ruled against them. Now the diocese has petitioned the U.S. Supreme Court to attempt to overturn the state court decision.
According to the state Supreme Court ruling issued in August of last year, the disassociated Diocese of South Carolina would have to give up its 29 local parish properties, like the Cathedral Church of St. Luke and St. Paul here on Cumming Street. Now the diocese is hoping that the U.S. Supreme Court will hear its case.
About a petition for certiorari, which means that we are asking the High Court to review the ruling given us recently.
The diocese left in 2012 because of disagreements with the Episcopal Church.
The diocese had a long-running series of both theological and you could say ecclesiastical disagreements with the national church, and the diocesan convention had taken a number of actions to distance itself from positions taken by the national denomination.
Canon Lewis said this is about state property laws and churches.
The essential issue that we're trying to ask the court, and this is what's in our petition for cert, is whether or not state property laws apply to churches. That's the essential question.
The Episcopal Church in South Carolina is reviewing the petition filed by the disassociated diocese. A separate federal case will determine the issue of who can use the name Diocese of South Carolina. The state courts did not address the trademark issues.
Now the Supreme Court should decide if it wants to hear the case by June, and if it does, then the trial would be held between October and April of 2019. In downtown Charleston, Stetson Miller, Count on 2.
Now, let's take a look at what led to this dispute. Back in 2012, the Diocese of South Carolina formally left the Episcopal Church over theological differences, such as the authority of Scripture and the ordination of gay ministers. The Diocese of South Carolina then sued for the diocesan seal and $500 million in church properties to protect its identity. In August of 2017, the state Supreme Court ruled the property belonged to the national church, stripping the disassociated church of most of the 28 holdings. The court declined to rehear the case in November. It's still unknown if the Supreme Court will take up the case. Of course, you can count on us to bring you the latest in this developing case.